Imagine this. It's 3:17 a.m. Sirens begin to sound across major cities. Military satellites detect multiple missile launches. Radar systems light up. Governments scramble. Within minutes, the unthinkable happens. Nuclear war has begun. The White House is evacuated. The Pentagon activates emergency protocols. And somewhere, under the cover of darkness, a massive aircraft lifts off the runway. It climbs higher, above the clouds, above the chaos, carrying inside it the leadership of the most powerful military on Earth. This is not science fiction. This is the Boeing E-4B Nightwatch, better known as the Doomsday Plane. Tonight, we explore what it really is, why it can stay in the air for nearly 6 days, why it's been seen more frequently in recent global tensions, what happens if World War III begins, and who would be on board when the world changes forever. This is a story of the command center that flies above the apocalypse. Chapter 1. What is the Boeing E-4B? The Boeing E-4B Nightwatch is not just an aircraft. It is a flying war headquarters built during the height of the Cold War, when nuclear annihilation between the United States and the Soviet Union seemed not just possible, but likely. The E-4B was designed to ensure one thing: command must never be lost. The aircraft is a heavily modified version of the iconic Boeing 747, one of the most recognizable passenger jets in history. But inside, it's nothing like a commercial plane. Instead of rows of seats and overhead luggage bins, the E-4B contains secure communication centers, military briefing rooms, conference chambers, advanced satellite systems, operational command stations, living quarters, emergency medical facilities. Officially, it serves as the National Airborne Operations Center in AOC. Unofficially, it's America's survival platform in the event of nuclear war. Chapter 2. Why it was created. The Cold War fear. To understand the E-4B, we must go back to the Cold War. During the decades-long standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union, both sides accumulated thousands of nuclear warheads. The fear was simple. If nuclear missiles destroyed Washington, D.C., who would command the response? Who would control nuclear submarines? Who would issue retaliation orders? If leadership died or communications failed, chaos would follow. The solution? Put command in the sky. The first E-4 aircraft entered service in the 1970s. Over time, upgrades transformed them into the E-4B variant, hardened, shielded, modernized. Even today, decades after the Cold War ended, the threat of nuclear war has not disappeared. It has simply evolved. Chapter 3. How can it stay in the air for 6 days? One of the most astonishing facts about the E-4B is its endurance. In theory, it can remain airborne for nearly 6 days. How? Air-to-air refueling. The aircraft can connect mid-flight with aerial refueling tankers and receive fuel without landing. As long as fuel tankers are available and crews rotate, the aircraft does not need to touch the ground. This ability makes it extremely difficult to neutralize. If runways are destroyed, if cities are burning, if ground bases are compromised, the E-4B keeps flying. In a worst-case scenario, the sky becomes its bunker. Chapter 4. Built to survive a nuclear blast. And nuclear detonation doesn't just produce heat and destruction, it creates an electromagnetic pulse. An EMP. An EMP can fry electronic systems instantly. Cars. Stall? Computers fail. Communication networks collapse. But the E-4B was engineered to survive this. Its electronics are shielded. Its systems are hardened against EMP effects. Critical wiring is protected. It carries analog backups for digital systems. It is designed to function even when much of the modern world goes silent. In other words, when everything else shuts down, the Doomsday Plane stays operational. Chapter 5. What's inside the Airborne Command Center? Stepping inside the E-4B would feel less like boarding an aircraft, and more like entering a secure military facility. Inside are 1. The command room. A fully equipped war room where top officials can analyze real-time battlefield data. 2. Secure communications hub. Encrypted systems capable of contacting nuclear submarines, aircraft carriers, ground forces, allied governments. 3. Conference areas. Large briefing tables for strategic meetings. 4. Operations. Stations. Staff monitor global military movements and satellite feeds. 5. Sleeping quarters. Beds and rest areas for extended missions. 6. Medical area. For emergencies during prolonged airborne operations. The aircraft can carry over 100 personnel, including military leaders, communications experts, security teams, and support staff. Chapter 6. Why is IT in the news today? In recent years, global tensions have risen. Conflicts involving Russia, Ukraine, the Middle East, and growing competition between major powers have increased fears of escalation. Whenever tensions spike, the E-4B often conducts training flights or readiness operations. Flight tracking enthusiasts notice unusual patterns. Media headlines appear. Doomsday Plane takes off amid rising tensions. But most of the time, these flights are routine drills. Still, the symbolism is powerful. When people see the Doomsday Plane in the air, it sends a message. The world is on alert. Chapter 7. Who would be on board if World War III started? If World War III began, particularly a nuclear war, the E-4B would serve as a mobile command center. On board could be the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, senior military commanders, strategic advisors, communications specialists. Its purpose would be to maintain command authority, coordinate defense operations, issue retaliatory orders if necessary, ensure continuity of government. The aircraft protects leadership, but it also protects the chain of command. Chapter 8. Do other countries have doomsday planes? The United States is not alone. Russia reportedly operates a similar aircraft known as the Ilyushin IL-8E, sometimes referred to as the Flying Kremlin. Other major powers are believed to maintain airborne command systems as well. In the nuclear age, survival planning is universal. Every nuclear-armed nation must answer the same question. If the unthinkable happens, who remains in control? Chapter 9. A World War III scenario. Let's imagine a scenario. Missiles launch, cyber attacks cripple infrastructure. Satellites are targeted. Within minutes, the president is evacuated. Marine helicopters transport leadership to a secure airbase. The E-4B is already prepared. Engines roaring. Systems online. As it lifts into the sky, the world below descends into uncertainty. Inside the aircraft, military officers monitor radar data. Submarine commanders await orders. Allied leaders request coordination. The E-4B becomes the nerve center of a global conflict. From 30,000 feet above Earth, decisions are made that could shape humanity's future. Chapter 10. Can IT save humanity? This is the difficult question. The Doomsday Plane does not prevent war. It does not stop missiles. It does not shield cities. Its purpose is command survival. It ensures that leadership remains functional. Whether that preserves civilization or prolongs destruction depends on the decisions made on board. Technology can protect power structures, but wisdom determines outcomes. Chapter 11. MYTH vs. Reality. Myth. It can stay airborne forever. Reality. It depends on fuel logistics and crew endurance. Myth. It's indestructible. Reality. It's hardened, but not invincible. Myth. It guarantees survival. Reality. It ensures command continuity, not immunity from global devastation. Understanding these distinctions is critical. It is powerful, but it is not magical. Chapter 12. The psychological impact. The existence of the E-4B sends a powerful message. It signals preparation. It signals readiness. It also reminds the world that nuclear war remains possible. In many ways, the Doomsday Plane is less about combat and more about deterrence. Its presence says, even if you strike first, command will survive. And in nuclear strategy, survival of command equals credible retaliation. That credibility is what prevents wars from starting in the first place. Conclusion, a symbol of the nuclear age. The Boeing E-4B Nightwatch is more than a machine. It is a symbol of fear, a symbol of preparedness, a symbol of the fragile balance that defines modern geopolitics. It represents a world where destruction is possible in minutes, and survival requires flying above the ashes. But perhaps the greatest hope lies not in hardened aircraft or shielded electronics. Perhaps it lies in diplomacy, in dialogue, in restraint. Because the true victory would be a future where the Doomsday Plane never has to fulfill its ultimate mission.